Hello and welcome back to my channel, and this is something completely different for me. So as you know, I usually do eBay reselling videos, pickup videos, haul videos, chats and so on and so forth. But recently I have started to get into bullet journaling. This is it's kind of a build your own planner basically. I used to use a Filofax. I found I stopped using it because it just didn't suit my needs anymore. I wanted something that would be a little bit more creative. I wanted something that would just have what I wanted in it instead of having to buy extra pages for what I wanted and so on and so forth. And I discovered, I was watching YouTube one day and I watched a video from Lucy Jane Wood. I will try to remember to link her channel below, in which she showed her bullet journal, and I thought, that's it, that's what I've been looking for. So before I open this, let me remind you that I am very new to this. Okay, I am incredibly amateur. I'm hoping that as I go forward, I'll improve. I think I've improved a little bit from the first month to the second, but it's like I said, it's very amateur. But I just thought I would share it with you guys. There's some loosely eBay reselling related stuff in there, but also there's some stuff that's remotely just personal. I have when we get in there, you'll see that I put a couple of post-it notes in to cover up some stuff that's just personal and not for public consumption really. But I just thought I'd have a flip through and show you my bullet journal and what I've done so far. So I am using a Leuchtturm, nobody can pronounce this, Leuchtturm 1917 bullet journal. It's a dot grid journal, so it has I don't know if you can see that, and bring it a bit closer, dots all over the page, which helps you to plot and draw lines and so on and so forth. And it's quite nice thick paper. I don't know enough about it to give you all the info, but I do know that a lot of bullet journalers use it, and it's highly recommended. It has a handy little pocket in the back, which I've got my stencils in, stencils purchased from eBay, and useful for putting little offcuts of paper and shapes and things like that in there. It has an index at the front, so you can write what you've done on each page as you go down. As you can see, I made a mistake, had to put a sticker over there. The thing's full of mistakes, absolutely full of mistakes already. Also, I added some extra pages in here because I realised that I was going to run out of these index pages a long time before I ran out of what I'd written on them, because it's 250 pages and I'd already got to the bottom of the first index page by number 40. If I use another one next year, I'll probably divide this into two and write smaller and try and fit more on. But I've added these pages using washi tape to give me the extra. I've probably added too much now, probably taken it too far the other way. This is my September cover page. I am not good at calligraphy. I wish I was. I love that beautiful writing that everyone does. I can't do it. It's not easy. It's just not. I'm trying. And also, I can't draw. Really can't draw. But again, I'm trying. I do everything in pencil first, then go over it in pen, then about the pencil marks afterwards. And yeah, hopefully I'll improve as time goes on, certainly with the lettering at least. The first page as we come in is my bookshelf. These are the books that I have read so far in September. I started by drawing little book spines on there, and I was going to colour them in and write the titles on, and then I discovered that my writing wasn't neat enough, my writing wasn't small enough, I didn't like the way it looked. And so these are little printed out covers of the books, just from Google Images. Little printed out covers, and then I've drawn the spines and the pages around the edge. And this little stencil here is to denote that this was an audiobook. I like to listen to audiobooks in the car, and also when I'm trying to get to sleep at night, it's always nice to have somebody read you a story. So I will need another bookshelf page soon. As you can see, I obviously, there would have fitted more on there if I was just drawing the spines, but since I've decided to do the little cover pictures, I'm going to run out of space quite quickly. And then these are the films I've watched in October, and as you can see, just the one so far. It's not been a very filmy kind of month. This is washi tape. This was my friend Ali had some washi tape, so I pinched some of that and put that on there. And I thought I'd draw the little tickets. All of my spread ideas are stolen from other people's spread ideas. I would love to credit the people, but I did these several weeks ago and I don't know necessarily where the originals are from. If anybody wants to, if anybody watching this from the world of bullet journaling wants to comment and say this, this page was my original spread, please do, and I'll gladly give you the credit you deserve for it. I'm sorry for stealing your ideas and not crediting you. And then this is my September monthly spread page. So when you do an entire month calendar, it's called a monthly spread. I've just put some little post-it notes there to cover up some personal stuff that other people didn't need to see. And then it's literally just an ordinary calendar page where you can write on what you've got going on. So every Thursday I take my parents shopping, that's on there. Every Monday I go to Slimming World. Terrible flowers again. Really terrible flowers. This is my eBay listings challenge. So those of you who are here from watching my eBay videos may have seen me mention this either in the chat group or on the video that I did on Sunday. I think I showed it Sunday. This is to challenge me to list at least 10 items a day on eBay. And I colour them in because everybody likes a bit of colouring. All right, I'm 45, but you know, we all like colouring in. Colour them in to chart my progress. And it has actually really helped to keep me listing, to keep me working hard, because I don't want to see my failure in black and white. It's easy when you're a reseller, it's easy to go, well, I'll do some more tomorrow, or I might do some next week, or I haven't done any whoops. So not wanting to see those gaps has really helped. So yeah, that's really worked for me. And I've done 70 a day for 4 weeks. Now I know that will only cover 28 days of the month, and there's 30 days in September, but I figured I'd give myself a couple of days off. This is my savings page for my holiday. So every time I save £5, I fill in a bit of my boat. And this is my mood feather. Not happy with this page at all. Again, another idea that I stole from somebody else. But I can't draw. I can copy, but I can't draw. So this was copied. This was kind of copied, but a bit... I can't draw. I wish I could draw, but I can't draw. The idea with this is you put in little dates. So each of these numbers is one of the days of the month. And then you colour in a strand according to your mood that day. So what we can tell from this is that during September I've been mostly tired. It's been quite a stressful month. And then this is my week 1 of September calendar. I put 9 days on this because I wanted to end on the right day. I'm not sure I'm making any sense now. Either way, these are the 1st and 2nd, and so this is actually Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again, to be able to start the next week on a Monday, I think is what I did. I can't remember what my thinking was, but I know I had a plan. I didn't want a page with just a couple of days on. I think that was it. So yeah, just little bullet points to remind me of the things I need to do and tick them off. And again, hopefully to keep myself achieving. These bits down here, by the way, I don't know if you can see, they're just about see those. These are the days that I was on the Slim World plan, and you might think the fact that I filled in a blob means I wasn't, but that black dot means I wasn't rather than I was, sadly. And then week 2, I laid out a little bit differently. I'm not overly keen on this layout. I worked across the page Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I found that I had written some stuff into the Friday box thinking it was the Wednesday box because of the way I'd set it out, so I wouldn't do it that way again. And again, 7 days not on the Slimming World plan. This is my current week. You can see I'm off to Hitchin for the eBay reseller meetup on Saturday. And like I said, I'm using it as a to-do list. I don't have a lot of appointments in my life because I work from home, but I'm using it very much as a to-do list to keep myself focused and keep me working. This is next week. I've had a little bit down here to track my September income because when you're self-employed and if you have more than one income stream, it can get a bit out of hand. So although obviously I track my income for the tax man and whatever, I wanted somewhere I could just jot it down and see how my month was going really. And then this is a habit tracker. So this is a very popular thing with bullet journalists, I'm not sure which you should say. And the idea is that you choose several things that you either want to do more of or do less of, and then you plot out enough boxes for the month, and then tick them off or cross them off or whatever. So a cross means I didn't do it. So as you can see, I've only actually managed 1 no spend day in the whole of September. Now my target was to have at least 10 no spend days, which means I've got an awful lot of catching up to do if I'm going to actually make that by the end of the month. This one's a little personal one that I just thought I would cover up because you guys didn't see it, but as you can see, that's another one I struggle with. I wanted to try and take a 15-minute walk every day, and some days I've managed it, but most days I haven't. And I wanted to do a 15-minute cleaning burst every day, because one of the other things with working from home is that, believe it or not, you do less housework than you might do if you worked out of the house, because you can always do it later. I'll be here later, I can do it then. I'll be here later, I can do it then. Oh, I didn't do it at all. Oops. And then these ones down here are just days when I had more than £50 sales. And then this is the attitude of gratitude page. So the idea is to remind myself at the end of every day, no matter how tired, sad, stressed, worn out I'm feeling, that there must have been something that I was happy about during that day. And so every day you just fill in something a good thing that's happened that day. So for example, one of mine says I caught up with my friend Sammy. One says good sales day. One says Anthony was home and was able to pick me up when I fell off my chair. You know, look for the little bright sparks of the day rather than focusing on the negatives. Natalie's laughing in the background. So that's that one. I've done a similar one for next month, but a different style, because I don't want to do the same style every week. And then this takes us into October. This is next month's spread. Because I have enjoyed this so much, I've had to actually hold back and stop myself getting carried away and doing all my pages for the next 10 years, because I'm really enjoying the crafting aspect of it. I drew the little cakes myself, quite pleased with those. I discovered I can draw little cakes. It's funny how good I am at cake. So it says hello October in the bunting there, and then it says cake is the answer no matter the question at the top. This is my monthly spread. As you can see, we're off on holiday, so I drew my little plane in there, a little bit covered up there for something personal. Not a lot going on in October otherwise, really. But as I said, I don't have a lot of appointments. I'm not I live quite a spontaneous life and do things on the spur of the moment, so it will work more for me. Excuse me. It will work more for me as a to-do list and tracker than it will as an appointments diary. My gratitude log for October says down there is always something to be thankful for, and I just drew it differently. These are the 31 days of October, and a little box for writing my bright spark for each day, my little bright spot for each day into there. My cruise savings tracker for October is a different shape. I thought I would do a cocktail glass. Not that I drink cocktails, but I thought it would be something a bit different. So again, you can just about see the lines, and I'll mark off, colour one in every time I hit that £5 savings. My October habit tracker is bigger. It's smaller because it's only on one page, but I've got more habits to track, so I've done it differently. This is where I started making mistakes. This page I made hundreds of mistakes that you can't see it. When you look through from that side against the light, you can see all the mistakes I made on the back, because I ended up putting stickers on the top. My original thought was, I don't want stickers, I want to draw it all myself. And then when I made that many mistakes, I discovered stickers were never going to be the way forward. So I printed out all these tiny October calendars, stuck them on, and then I've got a cleaning still and my 15-minute walk, my no spend days. I've put 3 meals at home. I eat out a lot. So I want to try and persuade myself to have all 3 meals at home several days a week, rather than popping to the shop for a sandwich or eating out with friends or getting takeaway or whatever. So if I have takeaway, that won't count as a meal at home. Even though I'll eat it at home, it won't count as a meal at home. It means meals from the fridge and pantry, basically. Daily savings. Every day I try to put a £1 or £2 in various different savings pots for sinking funds for things. Tidy my bedroom. I work out of my bedroom. One side of my bedroom is my office space, one side is my personal space. The two do tend to get a bit messed up. Both, I end up with work stuff on one side and just general crud. And so I want to make myself tidy my bedroom every evening so that I don't wake up to a messy bedroom in the morning, because it doesn't start your day well when you wake up surrounded by chaos. Days on the Slimming World plan, so have taken those off of my daily spreads and moved them onto my habit tracker. I want to try and drink 4 glasses of water a day. I don't drink water at all. I think it's vile stuff, but I want to try and do it because I know it's good for me. And then my £50 sales days are down there. And then my mood tracker for October is cakes as well. So cakes are my theme, as you can see. So you might remember my mood tracker for September was my mood feather, which I said I didn't like. So for October I've got cakes. I do like cakes. Each one has a little date by it, and I will colour in the little cupcake cases according to whatever my mood was for the day. And the moods are just there at the bottom. So I've just done sad face, kind of a meh face, a smile, a big smile, a massive smile, because let's put some more positivity in, and a tired one. There we go. So I'll colour in each case according to my mood. Am I talking really fast? I feel like I might be gabbling. And then my week 1 spread from the 1st to the 7th of October, I drew little cupcakes and just, the line is the cake case. I was going to colour them in, and then I thought that might be difficult to write any appointments or my to-do lists on them, so I left them blank. I really enjoyed doing this cupcake theme. It's very easy to do things like sprinkles and draw a cake and whatever, much easier than plants and flowers, which is what I tried to do September. My week 2, these are actually stickers again. I printed these on the computer, cut them out and stuck them in because I wanted to be able to cut them in half, and I thought if I drew them I might end up with wonky lines. And then that's the week. Most of this week I'm actually on holiday, so I'll just put a little thing for my holiday notes. The third week, I'm experimenting very much with doing different layouts for each week to see which ones work best for me. So certainly at the moment it's all each one is very different. I put a menu plan on for that week because I had a bit of spare space, so I thought I'd use it. And the fourth week, and there's my bit for my October earnings again. I've just covered up the various income streams I have because, you know, that's me. This is the tail end of October, so it says week 5, but it's actually only 3 days because October will end on the Wednesday. And because I want to make sure I start each month afresh, I just did a kind of a tidied up last bit of October. And then a tiny bit that I had a spare space, so I put a little coming up bit that I can put any future appointments in. My October listings challenge looks very different to my September one. So there's my September one, and my October listings challenge. I'm just going to colour in all these. I thought I'd do a neater one, so I'm going to colour in all the little square grids. You can just about see them if I hold it closer, I think. So each of those boxes will get coloured. So hopefully, and also I've increased it because the September one was only 10 a day, and this one I've gone up to 20 a day. If I do 20 a day for 31 days, 620 new listings? Yeah. I don't think I'll manage that, but it will be interesting to see how much I do and whether it will inspire me to do more than usual. And all my little cupcakes around the edge. I have done a page for my holiday highlights. I'd run out of ideas for pages to do. I didn't want to start on my November pages. Like I said, I'm trying to hold back because I'm enjoying it so much that I'm in danger of overload and running out of things to do. So I did a holiday highlights page, and I've drawn, I found there's a website called Pixum, I think it's called, where you can get your little pics printed out 4x6 centimetres. So I thought I'll choose the 10 best snaps from my holiday from my phone and get those printed out. And I've just sketched where I think they'll go, but obviously I won't know which are portrait and which are landscape. So they won't actually go in. They may not go in exactly, which is why these lines are still in pencil. But these dotted lines, they can just be covered up if necessary, and more dots can be drawn in. And this is from my eBay stencil, the little plane. And then I've done a birthdays list, because I suddenly realised I hadn't done one. And then this is just a quote, and this is me practising the lettering. I didn't write it, I drew it, which I know sounds silly, but what I mean is if I just tried to write it in a flowy way, it would have gone wrong. So I looked at it on somebody else's and literally copied it in this kind of a sketch and then filled it in. That's it. I know I've gabbled. I can hear that I've talked really quickly, but this is still nearly a 20-minute video. This is my first ever bullet journal. As I've said, I've never done this before. This is new to me, so I'm sure I've got a lot to learn. I know I can improve on a lot of things. There's a lot of mistakes. I've tried not to point them out too much because I didn't want to be too negative, but there's a lot of things that I won't do again or I'll do differently next time, and things that I've learnt, and you know, embracing the idea of stickers when necessary and so on and so forth. I hope you've enjoyed this video. There are hundreds of other bullet journaling videos on YouTube and plenty on Instagram as well. So, for example, you might want to check out Amanda Rachel Lee on YouTube. She does some fantastic bullet journaling. Also, Boho Berry, Jann plans things. Just put bullet journaling, if you're interested, put bullet journaling into the search and come down the rabbit hole with me. I've fallen down the rabbit hole of bullet journaling. I've pulled several of my friends in with me. We're all having great fun with it. And I just thought I'd share it. And if you have enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below. If you're new to my channel, you may not be an eBay reseller, but you might be interested in bullet journaling and found this video that way, then please do subscribe if you'd like to. And if I do feel that people are interested, I'll do some more of this. I'll show you next month's spread, and maybe do a flip through then as well. If you're not interested, maybe I won't ever do it again. Who knows? This might just be a one-off. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.